Well, hey there, Mission Control. Tonight we have our first Patreon supporters behind-the-scene video. Since it's our first one, be gentle on us. We're going to figure this out as we go, but we're excited about it. We think it's going to be pretty fun. Tonight we're going to be looking at the very first video that we've ever put on YouTube. I don't think we're going to end up doing every video because some of them just don't lead to a good behind-the-scenes experience. But I thought this one would be interesting just to see, where we started and where we came from. It's only about 3 minutes long, so we'll probably have some more conversation maybe after the video, just to kind of give you some more, where we started and where we've come from, all those types of things. But let's go ahead and get started with the video.
Mr. Martian personal
Look at how crazy that looks.
December 24th, 2016.
That was the first day we did a video.
Outside. The habitat
Turn that
is
down.
also at 28.9, close to 28.
The video was freaking out, not because I did it on purpose, but because the actual camera was so cold that it was not a happy camera.
Solar panels.
You have pretty eyes, babe.
Thank you.
Just like on Mars, where dust is a problem here.
And yeah, we had the old overlay on there. I still like that, but people didn't like it.
We're now
It's too busy.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. If it was live, it would be cooler, or maybe for like a live broadcast, having that up. But I think it was neat.
I believe we solved.
Looking back, that was really a rough time doing all of that. But at the same time, where we're at in society now, it makes me
And the heating
kind of wish we were back there.
It was good what we were doing. We learned a lot
Yeah, we
back
did.
then when we built all that.
The humidity, however, is still a challenge.
Humidity was a challenge.
New
Yeah,
supply
that was
ship
rough.
is on the way. It's a brown supply ship.
The brown supply ship, I remember that.
And it will be here.
What was
UPS,
that? Oh.
UPS coming.
It'll be carrying some ventilation equipment that we need in order to create better airflow.
I think the camera looks cool when it does that stuff. It was like you're on Mars.
The humidity.
Yeah,
This is what the old
using
Mars
louvers
Center.
and automation.
the Galaxy S3
However, here
phone
at
going
the
here,
Martian
sporting
homestead,
that.
that's not an option for us.
Now we have such upgraded gear compared to back then.
We lose precious heat.
Although the same overall. Look how clean those overalls were.
I know, maybe it's time for another pair.
No way, man. They're just getting broken in.
Oh,
I need patches on them now.
oh
We need to
goodness.
have
Yeah.
a closed loop system.
Glad I don't know how to
We have a
sew.
dehumidifier.
I do.
Put it into lanes
I'll work
so
out.
It is working.
I own the
Currently
sewing machine. When we got married, I'm the one who owned the sewing
relative
machine.
humidity,
I know,
we
it's
can
sad.
get that better with better airflow. I know it. I've done the calculations, and if I connect both
I did lots of
lane 2 and
calculations.
lane 3 to each other, and then
Yes,
use
you did.
12-inch ductwork rather than the 4-inch that I originally had, with the new fan that's on its way, which is 2,500 cubic feet per minute of movement, we will get a lot better airflow, and we should see the humidity drop.
There are so many people that watch this when Wrangler started launch this. It's like one of our most watched videos, and I'm so embarrassed. The audio sucks, even though I have a lapel mic on.
Yeah, but it looks like it's supposed to be that way. That's the cool thing about it.
It does kind of look that way. You're right.
And we'll be off to the races as far as
That's
growing.
ice on the back there. The humidity.
For tonight.
Oh,
See you
wow.
next time.
Hey, I wonder what I made for dinner that night.
So what do you think? What do you think of that? 3 minutes.
Yeah, it just takes me back to that time, and it's fun to, go back and see everything.
Yeah. When you do YouTube videos now, for me, when I look at this, I'm looking at all the things I'm doing wrong. The title is wrong. The video wasn't good enough. The audio sucked. It wasn't long enough. It's supposed to be at least 10 minutes. And here's all these things I was doing wrong. But we still did it. And we still got out there.
Yeah, but you don't learn unless you go through those times. I mean, God takes us on journeys, and you definitely have had a journey with YouTube, and you have come so far.
Yeah, for sure. We have.
Yes.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. It was crazy during those times doing that too. Because I was going to work, and then I'd come home and work. I mean, it was dark out when I was out there working, you know.
Yeah, he would work all day at his day job in town, and then come home And sometimes I would be like, where's Jeff? Because I would wake up like at midnight and he wouldn't be there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is something wrong? We didn't have communications out there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a scary time.
It was. I remember that one time I went to work and I was worried about you because I haven't heard from you all day, and you're out there, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm the one who designed all this stuff. What happened if something fell on her? You know, I was really worried about you.
Yeah.
Going out there. I mean, I came
shoveling
home.
Rocks. I was fine.
Yeah. Came home scared to death. I was like doing 90 up our road. And praying the whole time, like, Lord, don't let anything be wrong. I couldn't live with myself. If something happened to you, that would be horrible. So
I was fine.
yeah, you were. Yeah, nothing. God's been watching us through this whole thing. So,
Yeah.
but that was great. I remember out there the lighting. Lighting was actually pretty neat because we had the purple grow lights going, and now we've learned that those were good, but really they weren't. We didn't really need to go purple. Natural light's better.
It was cool when you'd pull up on the driveway at night and see the whole hab in purple.
Yeah, it was. It was neat, man. That thing was cool.
Yeah.
I'm sad to see Hab 1 go down. I mean, we'll get to those videos.
I know.
But,
I miss it.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean,
I can't believe I'm saying that. But,
yeah, either can I. You walk in there, it'd be warm,
Yeah.
and then you'd have all that life around you. You had the fish. I mean, there's a lot. It was filled with life.
It was.
I think a lot of people miss that. They see the failure of the Hab, when it collapsed and all the things that went wrong. But I think that's where I screw up. I don't do a good enough job saying all the things that go right.
Yeah.
You've told me that before, because I'm my hardest critic.
It's human nature too to focus on the negative, but there were a lot of good things that came out of there.
We had kiwi growing in there, and cantaloupe and watermelon, and everything was growing.
All
and
the greens, the arugula. Oh, so good.
Yep. We could have done a lot with that, but
yeah, it was pretty cool the way that all of this transpired, and I still remember being over at Wrangler Star's house for a Christmas party.
Oh yeah.
And how it just came to be, and Cody came over, and next thing we know, the Real Martian was born. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, when he came over and was like checking it out, he'd never been over here to see it before, and then he came over that one time. If you didn't know the story, here's the story. He came over and he wanted to see the Hab because we spoke about it, and he brought his iPhone with him, and he was under 1 million subscribers at the time, but I mean, he was like 700,000 or something like 500,000. I don't know, a lot.
Yeah.
Years away from us. But he came over and he's like, do you mind if I put this up on my YouTube channel? I mean, we didn't have YouTube. We weren't doing YouTube. And I said no. So he starts recording, and we're walking through the Hab. You can go over to Wrangler Star and check out that video, and you can see I'm kind of uncomfortable. I'm all stiff, and but it was a good time. And then he's like, man, you're like the real Martian.
Yeah.
And because the movie The Martian had just come out and it was fresh. And of course, I loved it. And he knew that. And he said that. And as soon as he said it, bam, it stuck. That was it. A channel was born that day. And I remember talking to you like, should we do this? Should we not do this? And it's going to take a lot of work. And, it already takes a lot of work to do everything. But we were hoping that we could grow the channel and get money coming in to help pay for the research. Not just to pay for us, but it was at the time, because I had the job that took care of us, it was to pay for the R&D and all the tools and equipment that we needed to buy. So then I went over to his house, and he gave me some lessons on YouTube, and he's like, you got to have some content up first. So then I recorded this video, and he told me some of the things, we weren't going to go spend a bunch of money on gear, which we have since come and spent money on. I should have spent it up front. Lesson learned for those that want to get into YouTube, just save the money and go get the good stuff. You don't have to get the best stuff right up front. Like, he has amazing camera gear and all that.
But he's upgraded along the way too. He didn't start out with all that.
Yeah, you don't have to go buy top of the line gear right off the bat. You do need to get decent gear though. So buy it used from someone, like what we did. We ended up buying one of his used cameras, and we still use it, and it's still great. My next upgrade would be to a 4K camera, but anyway, and then we went over after I got some content up, and we did a launch video from his channel, and it was awesome. So we just sat there and we watched it just go. People were really excited about what we were doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
anyway,
that was cool.
Any other thoughts on the video?
Nope. Excited to keep going on them.
Yeah, well, to all of our patrons out there, thank you so much for supporting us all these years. Sorry that we haven't done more stuff like this just for you guys. We're going to put this video up for a period of time where only the patrons can see it, and then it will go eventually live on YouTube. We'll figure out what the right time is, but these videos are for you guys on Patreon. If you are watching this after it goes live, please do consider supporting us on Patreon. Now, unlike then, we're doing this full time. This is our full-time job, plus the startup and everything that we're doing. So for less than the price of a candy bar a month, that really helps us out if you want to go over to Patreon and give us support and get access to the behind the scenes before everybody else does. So, and you also have the opportunity to engage on Patreon more intimately with us than you do on YouTube. YouTube, there's lots of comments. On Patreon, we see those comments come through individually and have a better chance to reply. So you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Thanks to Mrs. Martian and all of her hard work over there for putting that together. And that's it, I think. So, meantime, this is Real Martian, Mr. and Mrs. Martian, out.